Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, kia ora! Helen Brahms here, coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling winning Wednesday. Yes, that day of the week we get to celebrate our wins, even though we should be celebrating them when they occur. So, what were your wins for today? What wins did you have this week? What are we celebrating? Celebrate good times. Come on. Woohoo. Yeah, I'm a little fired up right now. I've had an amazing winning day, winning wacky Wednesday. That's what it was, a winning wacky Wednesday. Um, I know the wind's fine right now. Gotta make this quick because I gotta take a dog for a walk, and she's waiting very patiently by the door. And I wanted to get this done because I had a feeling that if I came back and I hadn't done it before I went for the walk, that I'd come back and I'd forget to do it, and then I'd have to start back at day one again instead of being on day, what am I on, day 1,043. Yeah. I don't want to go back to day one. I am so close to 1,096 in 3 years. That's going to be a huge, huge win when we get there. But it's been an awesome, awesome day today. I mean, the wake up call we had this morning was a really, really good conversation. We had a really good conversation going, lots of great learning tips and everything. Then from that, quickly had breakfast. Then I was on to my accountability call. For the week, I had a lot of stuff to report to my accountability coach, which was awesome, and then told her some of the stuff coming up. I still have to send her an email of all the stuff coming up because, excuse me, by the time I got off that, I had enough time to fill my water bottles. Then I was onto the chat for the day, which started off okay, and then it just went nuts. We got busy. But got off that, and I was kind of relieved when 4 o'clock came around, and I says, I can go take a nap. And so got off the chat, had finally had lunch. It had gotten so busy that I did at one point get up and get a snack though and fill up my water bottle, so that was good. So staying hydrated. And so got up, had a snack, which was kind of lunch. At this time of the year when it's really hot, I'm just snack here, snack there, snack. Breakfast is about the only meal that I actually have. The rest of them are just a snack of this, a snack here, a snack, and it's just basically snacking throughout the day, a protein shake thrown in here and there, and that's it. Because it's just too hot to eat anything large. Let's see, it's 79 degrees inside and 104 outside. Tells you how my day's gone. And thankfully, the wind has stayed nice today. So that I did get worried at one point because the awning went up and it stayed up there and it fluttered like this. And then it just slowly went back down again. And I'm sitting there, I'm saying, please, 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 please calm down, please calm down. And it did calm down. So I've been able to keep the refrigerator vent in shade all day, which is awesome because that's high priority. Is keeping that, even though it's hot outside, but keeping the refrigerator vent in the shade is critical, really. Because if that gets too much sun on it, it can kind of play havoc with the refrigerator, and I don't want to do that. No, we don't want to do that. And so I went and took a nap after I had my snacks this afternoon. After I finished on the chat, went and took a nap, and got up and got to meet a new friend online. And it turned out that even though we thought we had just met this weekend at the Networking Riches, that when I texted her, I was like, oh, I've already been in communication with her before. And we have a mutual friend. That's how we met, through a mutual friend. And so it was kind of like, yeah. So we had a great chat. It was awesome. So, and we're kind of neighbors. We're in neighboring areas here. I'm in Sun City. She's in Surprise, and which is right next door to Sun City. And so we're actually going to arrange a time to actually meet in person and see if our mutual friend will join us too. So the three of us can have like a girls' day out. And I'm just like, that'll be so much fun. And if it's a weekend day, then it's got to be somewhere I can take Zephy because I can't leave her too long by herself. And I'm getting glared at, so I've got to get moving. But overall, it has been an awesome, awesome day. I've got some stuff off my list that I needed to get done. Even though it was busy, I managed to get some work done while I was waiting for my Zoom call this evening, which was awesome. And it's just like, whew. It really did fly by. Today really did fly by. So now we're about to go and take a walk. The sun has set. So it's probably 101. Alexa, what is the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 101 degrees Fahrenheit.
101 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's got a low of 82 degrees.
And we've got a low of 82. Alexa, what's 101 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
101 degrees Fahrenheit is about 38.33 degrees Celsius.
38.33 degrees Celsius. Yes. So we're up around that 40 mark. That's hot. Yeah. So anyway, so for my New Zealand family and friends, it's 38.33 degrees Celsius outside right now. It was a lot higher than that today. They said it was meant to be a high of 108 and we got to 110. So anyway, I got to get out of here. I got a puppy who needs to go for a walk. Celebrate your wins. It is important to celebrate your wins. Why is it important to celebrate your wins? Because when you celebrate your wins, they become more memorable. And you remember that feeling of what it's like to celebrate the wins, and you get to enjoy that feeling. You kind of get a high on that feeling of wins, and you want to keep that feeling going because that helps you propel you towards the next win and then the next one. But don't do it at the cost of family and friends. You want to make it fun along the way. Some people get the thing of they've got to win every single time, and no matter what, they're going to win, and they take all the fun out of it. Make it fun. Play a game with it. Make it fun. Make it friendly, and just enjoy the journey. We only get to do this thing once, so enjoy the journey. Write down about your wins too. Keep a record of them and write them down. And I actually have a breakdown journal, and in there I write whenever I hit a wall for whatever reason. I write in there that, hey, I got tripped up by this today. How can I work around it? And sometimes when I'm sitting there writing it out, what the problem was, the solution will appear. And I'm like, yes, now we're back onto the winning streak again. Woohoo! Let's get moving. So having a breakdown journal works really well because you write down what the breakdown is, and then as you're writing it down, the solution may appear to you, or it could be a couple of days later, but the solution will appear, and then you can put next to that breakdown, hey, we found the solution. This is what it was. It's working so much better now. In most of my cases, that's how it is. I get to the breakdown point, I have the breakdown, and then the breakthrough turns out being way better than what I originally thought because I was going in one direction with a thought and I got a breakdown because I hit that obstacle and I couldn't get around it, through it, under it, over it. And so like, okay, where do we go? That we've got a breakdown here. We can't go any further. Well, let's try going on this road instead. And 9 times out of 10, when I've gone down that road, it has worked out so much better than I had originally planned. So obstacles are detours in the right direction, which are leading you to your wins. So celebrate your wins, write them down. When you get breakthroughs, write them down. Write down the wins that come from the breakthroughs that come from the breakdowns, and you learn from it. And when you learn, you grow. And when you learn and grow, you are now more prepared for other stuff that's coming and more prepared for bigger things to come. So this is why we should celebrate our wins, because it brings us closer to bigger things that are coming down the pipeline for us that we don't know. That's just what life is all about. And when we hit the challenges, we are better prepared to learn from those challenges. Not only are we better prepared to face that challenge, we learn and grow through that challenge, which leads us on to bigger and better things. There's been a lot of learning and growing. Every time I hear about that, I look back at my life and go, there's been a lot of learning and growing along the way with the challenges I've faced. So anyway, go out, enjoy the wins, celebrate them as they happen, write about them so that you can remember them. And we will catch you guys back here tomorrow for Thankful Thursday tomorrow. So remember, you should always wake up every morning with a grateful heart. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. Hei konara.